back. So we are going to continue this whole winter dry skin series per se. And I'm going to show you how I do my makeup when I have extremely dry skin. Like right now I have a dry patch here, I have one here, I have one here, I have some right here. So I'm just going to show you everything I do when my skin is dry. Now, the very first thing I do is I go in with my Yensa Tone Up Essential Glow Primer. I just take a little bit. I don't do a whole bunch. Just about that much. I need to go get my nails done so bad, you guys. And then I just kind of dot this all over my face. And then I gently rub it in. I really like this primer because it evens out my skin tone and it doesn't accentuate, whatever. It's early in the morning, I'm tired. It doesn't emphasize any dry patches on my face. So then I do fill in parts of my face with a pore filler. And I use the Tarte Smoothing Primer. Again, I take very little. And I will just rub that between my fingers. And press that in where I feel like I need it the most. Which is my cheek area. My smile lines here. And then I will take a little bit and press it on my nose. And then on my forehead. Now, you are supposed to wait 15 seconds after applying the Yensa primer, before you go in and apply foundation or concealer or whatever you're going to use. So in that time, what I like to do is my brows. But I use the e.l.f. It's a liner and brow pomade in one. And I use the shade Espresso. So I'm just going to pop off camera, do my brows. Okay. And we are back. My brows are on. I'm going to take my Laura Mercier Cream Contour Palette. And I'm going to go into the shade, well, I'm going to kind of combine them. I'm going to do dark and, well, number 3 and number 1. It is going to somewhat match up to number 2, but it's not really. So I'm just going to I am going to put this kind of high up because I am going to bring it down. And then I'm just going to go kind of zigzaggy here. I'm also going to do my nose. Make sure I get the tip of my nose. I know I look really ridiculous right now. I like to use a lot of cream products when my skin is dry. That way the dry patches are not emphasized. Words are so hard for me today. That way the dry spots are not emphasized by powder, because powder tends to cling and it's not really something we want. Not even gonna lie to you. Alright, so I just take the flat end and I kind of drag it down and then press it in. Same with my forehead. Kind of drag it and then press. But I'm paying like special attention to my brows because I don't want to ruin them. Same with my nose. I'm not really too concerned if I get it all over my nose because I am gonna go in with foundation and then I'm also gonna touch up my brows. So it's not like the end all be all. All right, so I'm gonna take 2 pumps of my Flower Beauty foundation. I'm gonna use my little beauty sponge here, and I'm just gonna lightly press that all over my face. But I'm going around my contour because I don't necessarily want it on the contour, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of paying close attention just on my cheekbone area. Everywhere else, I'm kind of in on my forehead. I'm gonna drag a little bit up. But as you can see, I am paying very close attention to how I place it. And I'm not looking for like full coverage. I'm mainly just kind of looking for like a more natural finish. So you will notice I'm putting it on my neck and on that jaw contour. Okay, so now that we've pretty much finished the contour and foundation part of the day, I'm going to go in with some pretty Vulgar concealer. And again, I'm not really going for a snatched look. I'm going for a more natural look. So this is slightly lighter than what I need. Enough. Not dramatically. So I am kind of highlighting with it, but not really, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna find the clean side here and just very lightly blend that in. And the reason I put it on my nose is because it is gonna sharpen that contour up a little bit. I'm also going to just pat it in all over my face. This is a more natural finish concealer, and it is semi-hydrating, but it really just covers those dark circles and kind of brightens at the same time. I'm going to take my Becca powder. This is the hydrating powder. I'm going to take a nice fluffy brush, and I'm just going to press that in all over my skin. This actually is not my favorite powder, but it is a hydrating powder. It does help my makeup last, so that is why I go in with it. I got it from BoxyCharm. It oxidizes my makeup kind of weird. That's why I don't mind going in with it when I have a foundation that's a little bit too light, like the Flower Beauty. So I don't really mind going in with it with a foundation like that. but it's not my favorite. But if you like it and it works for you, all the power to you. It's just, I don't know what it is about it. We're just not friends. I think it's a combination of the fact that it oxidizes and it just, I don't know, we're just not the best of friends. All right, so I am going to take my beauty sponge here and I'm going to lightly press that powder under my eye because I do need to set my under eye, but I'm not looking to brighten today. So we're just gonna lightly go in and powder here. I mean, I will brighten, but I'm actually gonna brighten with a powder instead of a concealer because I will say there is a certain powder that goes very well, and I'll show it to you. But I do have a certain powder that goes very, very well on top of this powder. I can't explain it. I don't know what it is, but it works. Don't like doing super intense looks when my face is dry. So we're just gonna take a JH33. We're gonna go into the Park Avenue Princess palette. And I'm gonna take Princess Cut right here. And I'm just gonna dust, well, really I'm gonna pat that in my crease. Don't worry, I'm gonna clean it up. I know it looks kind of crazy right now. I feel like this palette kind of smells like chocolate. All right, so I'm gonna wipe that brush off and then I'm gonna just blend it in, going in circular motions and then windshield wiping motions, because right now I'm literally just kind of contouring my eye out. Just kind of deepening that crease, making my eyes look just a little whiter per se. I'm not necessarily gonna do like a full-blown eye look today. Using that same shade and that same brush, I'm just gonna dust this on my under eye. And by my under eye, I mean my lash line. Okay. Literally, that's pretty much going to be the extent of eyeshadow. I'm going to take a fluffier brush, go into the Tarte Pro Glow palette, and I'm going to go into this highlight shade right here. And I'm just going to pop that on my lid because that's just going to brighten it just a little bit. And then using the corner of this fluffy brush, I'm going to go into the other highlight shade and I'm going to pop her on my inner corner. And that is literally the extent of my eye look. I'll pop on some mascara, but that's really going to be it. Okay, so I'm going to take a highlighting brush. It has no highlighting powder on it. Just to be safe, I am going to wipe her off. Okay, now I'm gonna go into these two shades right here, and I'm gonna get them all over my brush, and then I'm gonna tap off the excess, and I'm gonna lightly powder my under eye here. These two shades are really going to brighten my under eye, and then I'm gonna focus mainly on this shade real quick. And again, just lightly dust it on my under eye. The yellow shade is going to brighten while the peachier shade hides any circles that are shining through. That is why you see me bringing this yellow shade down. And then I'm going to go just under the pink peachier shade and focus that on my under eye. And literally that's, I might dust a little bit on my nose for some extra brightening. I'm telling you, this palette smells like chocolate. Okay. So I do want to contour a little bit more. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush, but it's a densely packed fluffy brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it like this. I'm going to go into princess cut. And then I'm just going to lightly do this. I'm going to let it go, blend it down, and then blend it in. So let it go, blend it down, and blend it in. And that's just going to kind of deepen the look a little bit. It's enough. Okay, so, and I also want to bronze up my face because I feel like I'm looking a little flat. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush. I'm going to go into Carrot in this palette. Dust off the excess. And kind of just all over my face. Blend her in. Using a shimmery bronzer like Carrot is gonna add some color, but because I'm using so little, it's not gonna necessarily cling to those dry spots. So as you can see, I have a little more color in my face. It's not dramatic. I have a little bit of a sheen. Again, not dramatic, which is not what I'm going for. I'm going for just a natural, healthy glow. And we are done with Park Avenue Princess. I really don't reach for this as much as I want to. I'm going to start reaching. I'm thinking of doing like a whole video of things I don't reach for, but I want to. Okay, so now we're going to go into the Pro Glow brighter pink and the neutral pink here. Tap off that excess. And I'm just going to press it in just to get some color on my cheeks. Again, going for a natural-ish look here. So I'm going to press a little around my nose. And that's it. Now for highlight, I can't find my Jeffree Star brush. It's in there somewhere. I'm going to go into this pretty pinky highlight from the palette. Lightly in circular motions, buff her. Tip of the nose, right here. Okay. And just for a little more glowiness, put her above my eyebrows and below. And that's it. And just so I look a little healthier, I'll put some on my chin. Okay. I'm going to set my face. I like to go in with 2 setting sprays. My Morphe. And while that sits, I'm going to apply some NYX. This is the shade Pinky Nude, I believe. Nude Pink. So I'm going to sharpen it because I've been using it every day. So there we go. Okay. Now, my face is set. What I'm going to do now, before I add mascara, take my setting spray and literally go just across my eyes. It hit my cheeks, which is fine. So while that's drying, and it also hit my forehead. It's kind of hard with a spray to focus it in just one spot. I just really want to make sure that this under eye area is nice and hydrated. So I'm going to lightly take my sponge and just lightly press this setting spray in. Okay. Now I'm going to take some Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Kim KW. And these two shades, when they're mixed together, are just stunning. So while my face continues to dry, I'm going to take some Maybelline Falsies and just pop that on my lashes. Today is a very simple no makeup. So, all right, now that my face is pretty much dry, I'm going to go in with some Becca Skin Love. This is the Glow Shield Prime and Set Mist. All right, yeah. Really just, it smells like nectar. Nectar of the God. And it really gives like a nice healthy glow to your makeup, which is what I was going for. And this, guys, is how I do my makeup when I am experiencing dry patches in my skin. I used a hydrating powder. The only powder I used that wasn't necessarily hydrating that I blended into my face was those yellow and peachy shades from the Tarte Park Avenue Princess. But when you mix some setting spray into the mix and then you blend it in and then you set your face again, it really it evens it out and it makes it hydrating and it makes it nice. I personally use so much setting spray when my skin is dry because it really just locks that makeup in, but it also gives it a nice glow, like a glow from within almost. And this is just a really easy look. It's very natural. So when I am dealing with life, it's something I really like to go forward with. If you wanted to add more highlight, more contour, this is definitely a buildable base. When I have life happening and things going on, sculpting my face is not a priority. Not even gonna lie. We have Zoe, what has been sick, the little kitty. So that's been my priority. I've tried to keep my makeup routine when I do wear makeup. I have tried to keep it very simple so that I can spend more time monitoring her. So, not to mention, I kind of filmed 3 videos in one day. I just finished the dry skin morning skincare. Tonight I'll do the PM dry skin skincare. And it's not like I'm rushing to film videos. It's more along the lines of, okay, well, I'm going to do this anyway. Might as well film it. That kind of thing. So, enough of my rambling. I'm going to go finish getting ready for work. I'm going to make sure little Zozo has all of her medicine. And I will see you guys in my next video. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit that notification bell. But most importantly, make sure you invite your friends and family because we do have that 1,000 subscriber giveaway building. And I will probably include a good portion of what I used today in that giveaway. So that giveaway is constantly building. So by the time I hit 1,000 subscribers, I imagine that giveaway is going to be massive. I'm scared to see how big it's going to be. All right. I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. And y'all just have a great day. All right. Bye.